time again for Talent Tuesdays on ColumbusBlack.com. We're excited to have you all here with us today. As you all know, we started Talent Tuesdays, Lunch and Learn, in about, I think, 6 or 7 weeks ago, with the goal of really bringing on different companies and organizations to highlight their company or their organization, their culture, and in addition to that, the career opportunities that exist. We're doing this because we know that, especially after last year, there's a lot of companies, and not that it just started last year, but a lot of companies are focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And a number of them have reached out to us in regards to the opportunity to engage our audience. We love them for that, right? Because we want you all to have the opportunities that exist out there. And the cool thing is sometimes we look at the same old kind of jobs and career opportunities, and there's so much more out there. So our goal is to make sure that you all are fully aware of those opportunities that actually exist and the next steps in order for you to apply for those opportunities and pursue them. So with that being said, for those that are new to Columbus Black, we've been around for almost 16 years. Can y'all believe that? Next month, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo is going to be 16 years since we've been around. So we're going to party just a little bit, right? COVID safe, of course. So with that being said, we are an omni-channel platform that provides and connects our community to commerce and to culture. The commerce side is the business side, right? So connecting businesses to our community to businesses, highlighting our small Black businesses as well. And in addition to that, it's the culture side. The culture side is all about lifestyle-based experiences, right? And today we get to balance that, right? Because you're going to find out about career opportunities, but because of our special guest, you're going to find out about lifestyle experiences as well. And we're excited for that to be shown with you all today. So with that, if you're interested in advertising, promoting, being a part of our show, being a part of Talent Tuesdays, please reach out to us. And we want to thank our sponsor as well, Diversified Systems, for their support of what we are doing here. So they are a locally owned, Black-owned business as well that provides enterprise IT services. So make sure you check them out online, Diversified Systems, okay? Now, with that being said, you all can see that I have a special guest with us today. I have Lauren Barber with us, and she is here with the Ohio History Connection. So I'm excited to introduce her, and I can't wait for you all to hear about their organization and all that they do in our community, not just here locally, but throughout the state. In addition to that, some of the cultural aspects of the culture that they have, and then obviously career opportunities. So with that being said, Lauren, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I really appreciate being here and sharing with your audience today.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to have you here as well. I think you have some what we call gem drops, right? So by the way, I need to give you a heads up. When you drop knowledge or gems or things that we may not know about, I start doing this, right? So you might see a smile on my face and me doing this, and that's because you're dropping gems and it's things that we just don't know about, right? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead. Would you do me a favor? Tell us a little bit about yourself first, how long you've been with Ohio History Connection, and then your role, and then we'll get into a little bit more about OHC.
Yeah, so I'm Lauren Barber. I'm the Human Resources Director at Ohio History Connection, and I've only been here for a little over a year. I've been a human resources professional for over 22 years now. Went to Ohio State University, got my undergraduate degree, and went to Capital University for my master's in business administration. I spent most of my career working in healthcare, so this has been kind of an exciting change in the last year. I joke that I got out of healthcare at the right time because I started this job right before COVID happened. So, but I miss healthcare, but I'm really enjoying working for a cultural arts organization. It's been a really interesting experience, really fun getting to know an entirely different group of people in an entirely different industry. So super exciting stuff.
Outstanding. So it's been a year now, huh?
Yeah.
All right. And I like that background. I mean, I think that's pretty fitting.
It's Peter Bog, actually. So it's one of our historical sites that folks can visit in the state of Ohio.
Very nice. And I believe due to COVID and the focus on outdoors, a lot of people probably would want to do that.
Oh, for sure. We actually have over 50 sites across the state of Ohio. A lot of them outdoors that folks can visit across the state. We actually have a really fun passport book that you can get at any one of the 52 sites. And you can stamp your passport with all the places that you've been across Ohio. So really great opportunity for folks to get out and travel around the state of Ohio this year. Just take a day-long road trip and visit some of our sites. We have some really great ones, including Newark Earthworks, Serpent Mound, which is down in southeastern Ohio. You can go visit the National African American Museum and Cultural Center that's in Wilberforce, that's on the campus of Central State and Wilberforce College. Really great cultural center to visit. So just
Dropping
a lot
gems.
of great places. Yeah, yeah.
Dropping those gems, y'all. Everybody
Yeah.
didn't know that.
You can also visit Rankin House, which is down near Marietta. And that's a really fantastic place where a lot of folks crossed the Ohio River, and the Rankin family helped folks on the Underground Railroad. So
Wow.
another really great piece of history if folks are interested that's part of our site system. And if you want to learn more about some of our programs over the summer and sites to visit, go visit our website, ohiohistory.org, and learn about all of the really great programming that we have virtual and in person over the summer.
Outstanding, outstanding. So she naturally and subtly just dropped a whole bunch of gems in there for you all, right? Can you do me a favor? So in regards to Ohio History Connection, for those that don't, they haven't heard, they don't understand, they don't know, even those that have driven down 71 and seen that beautiful big building, but had no idea, would you just give us an overview of what is Ohio History Connection and what do you all do? And then I think that'll help connect the dots with some of what you just shared.
Yeah. So if you've been in Ohio or in Columbus for a real long time, like I have, you might remember that we used to be the Ohio Historical Society.
That's
And we
right.
changed our name back in 2013, 2014 to better encompass everything that we do as an organization. So that's why we're the Ohio History Connection. So we're not just the museum in the Ohio Village that's there right off of 71 in our great building, the Brutalist style building that actually just celebrated its 50th anniversary last year. It
Wow.
opened in 1970. We actually do a lot of really interesting things. We are actually the State Historic Preservation Office. So a lot of folks didn't know that, but we have a large staff of preservationists that work and do a lot of really interesting things to help preserve historic sites and buildings across the state. They work with the National Park Service. They process tax credits. They work with businesses and organizations that are getting ready to build new things or put up like cell phone towers or power poles to make sure that they're building responsibly across what might be historic lands or spaces. So they do a lot of really interesting work. We're also the state archives. So we have a lot of documents and data and information stored from all kinds of city, municipal, township, and state organizations. They store their documents with us. So a lot of really great history. So we have the state archives. We also are the receptacle for all of those vital documents. So like your birth certificates and death
Oh,
records. Yeah, those are
really?
stored. Yeah, so we have a lot of folks that come to our library to do genealogy research.
Stop it.
Yeah, yeah. So we do a lot of really fun and interesting things. A lot of people didn't know that we did, and I didn't know that we did all of that stuff when I started working in the organization. So yeah, we do a lot of library and research. We have collections. We have a great education, school and teacher support department that is helping educators provide curriculum about Ohio history to students across the state of Ohio. So we do our Ohio is America program. We have Museum in a Box. So we've been able to do a lot of virtual support and programming for teachers across the state of Ohio this year instead of being open as a museum. So
Wow.
yeah, some really fun and interesting things that we do as an organization.
Definitely. Definitely. Some
Yeah.
really cool and interesting things. Okay. So thank you for sharing that information. I just learned some things. So y'all saw me doing the gem drops because I'm learning here. She's
Yeah.
dropping some gems, right? So that's a great overview of Ohio's History Connection and what you all are doing, and obviously the evolution from Ohio Historic Society to where you all are today. So with that being said, one of the reasons why we were excited to have you all on the show was to learn more about Ohio's History Connection, but then also the culture internally from a what are some of the opportunities within the organization for those that are like they have no idea that these type of roles or positions actually exist, and then also what about the culture, like what is it like to actually work there?
Yeah. So I think sometimes with history organizations, you kind of think about traditional jobs like people who are managing our collections or curators who put together our exhibits, and we have archivists that handle all of our special documents. I've heard a lot from folks that we've interviewed recently that when they went to school to become to get a history degree that they actually didn't know that we had all of these really great and diverse history jobs that were out there. They thought that their path might be teaching or working at a college or university. But we do a lot of really great things. Folks can get involved in historic preservation. There's programs across the state that can provide a pathway for education and careers in that. So, really what we're looking to is to get the word out that there are all these really great jobs, that there's a wonderful pathway that people can come back and work for a local organization and support historic preservation and local history across the state of Ohio. And that includes sharing oral histories and stories too, not just tying history to a place, but also to tell the story of our people. So I think that that's kind of where we're going as a culture, is making sure that we are encompassing the stories of all Ohioans. So however they identify. So telling more stories of people who are Black and African American, Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, LGBTQ people, people from diverse religions, new Americans. Ohio has a rich history of people coming here and doing really amazing and awesome things. And so our culture is evolving to support more of that. And you're going to see more of that as our organization. We're really excited that over the summer, we're going to be reopening Ohio Village to visitors. And you'll see things kind of different. There'll be different faces that are more representative of the people of Ohio, telling some of those oral histories and interpreting that for the people who come to visit. So when you come, you'll see more of yourself at Ohio Village. And I think that that's what's really exciting. And that'll translate into folks seeing more of themselves in the museum as we redevelop our exhibits over future years. And at our historic sites, you'll see more of that interpretation that encompasses all Ohioans. We're just really focused on telling all of Ohio's stories, which I think is really exciting.
It is exciting. That's very exciting. Wow. And then, so going back to something you said, right? So you have these history majors, right? And this is a totally different lane, because I think a lot of times, people either want to be historians and or they want to teach, right? History, versus what you all may be able to provide as an opportunity in a career. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, some of the jobs that we're looking for, if you're looking for something seasonal over the summer, we are looking for history interpreters. You don't have to have a lot of really in-depth experience. We'll teach you what you need to know. So there's seasonal positions we're filling between May and all the way into December. So those positions, as some of our summer folks go back to school, because we have college students that work for us, it's really ideal for folks who are in college or looking to get some different experiences or learn more about local history. So we have those positions are open. We're looking for even people who are maintaining and preserving our grounds across the state at historic sites. We are looking for some project reviews managers. We have internship opportunities open. So a lot of different ways to get engaged with Ohio History Connection.
Yeah. So speaking of that, obviously, we're in the midst of COVID, and, people are getting vaccinated. Everybody's excited about where we're headed, obviously going into the summer. As you talk about some of these opportunities, and obviously, whether it's taking care of the grounds, whether it's the project management side of things, Ohio Village, right, opening up. What does that look like at this point as you all are figuring that out? Any idea of like open dates and when some of those positions will start to kick in, especially for interns?
Yeah, interns, actually, we're excited to be able to offer some of our internships on a remote basis. And then another internship, it's not posted out there live yet, but we'll open in this next week, is to be out at our Newark Earthworks ceremonial earthworks, doing some interpretation there and also doing some things at the History Center. So those opportunities are going to be opening and being posted in this next week. You can read more about them on our website. As far as like COVID precautions go, most of our staff has actually for the last year been working remotely. We've been working from home. I mean, that's the situation that I'm in as the HR director, which has been kind of interesting to support people who are used to working at the History Center every day, working in a remote environment. But we've been able to welcome staff back and keeping our capacity at the Ohio History Center low so staff can work in a safe environment. We require masks. We've been encouraging vaccination. Our staff have been really excited about all of the safety protocols that they've been using to keep them safe at work when they do come into work. So we're able to continue to support remote environments. So folks are interested in continuing to work from home. That's kind of our situation now, and it's going to evolve over the next year, probably more into a hybrid mode where people can come and work in person and work at home. And we think that that's actually really great because we're going to continue to be able to support families.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot from our staff with kids, especially small children or school age children over the past year, that offering work flexibility helps to support families. And that's really what we are about as an organization, is supporting our staff, whatever situation they're in, whether they're raising kids, taking care of a family member who's older or is ill or has a disability. We want to be supportive of our staff.
Nice, very nice. Sounds like a great culture to me, y'all.
Mhm.
So with that being said, question for you is, if you said, hey, here are some of the key positions that we are looking for right now, that you want people to apply for, are there a few that you really want to get out to our audience so that they know that they should apply for those?
Yeah, well, we're not all about history. We do have support education and curriculum development, and we are looking for someone to be a project coordinator for Ohio History Day. So that's an exciting thing. Ohio History Day, if you're not familiar, is actually a statewide a competition where students put together presentations or documentaries or all kinds of really great things related to history that they do at the high school level. And Ohio History Connection helps manage that program across the state every year. So we're looking for somebody to join our team to help with curriculum development for that. So educators, that's a really great opportunity to be engaged with our organization. As I mentioned, we are looking for some maintenance and groundskeepers. So that just kind of shows that we have a diversity of jobs out there. I mentioned that we're really going hard on looking for seasonal interpreters for the Ohio Village, and we do have lots of permanent positions too, part-time and full-time. We're looking for customer service reps to be at the Ohio History Center and also at the Harding Museum up in Marion. So to kind of, if people are looking for something maybe closer to where they are, there's an opportunity there. So you can check out all of the really awesome jobs out on our website. And apply. And anytime anybody has any questions, they're more than welcome to email me.
That's outstanding. And then here's the exciting part, y'all. So you guys can go. So what is the website, by the way, so that they know the domain?
They can just go to ohiohistory.org. And if you click on About Us, there'll be a jobs link there.
Outstanding. And now here's the cool part, y'all. Really soon, you all will be able to find those jobs on columbusblack.com. So it'll be easy for you to just go ahead while you're on the website, or when you get our email newsletter or our Talent Tuesday blast that goes out, those jobs will be there waiting on you. All right. So, sometimes, Lauren, people, they hear about something like this and then they just kind of keep it to themselves. Right. So it sounds like there are positions all over the state. Is that right?
Yeah, we actually, right now, we are hiring for that position up at the Harding Presidential Center, which is in Marion. We are looking for some folks to do groundskeeping out at Newark Earthworks, which is in Newark. And then we have folks locally that we're looking for to support here. So we're hiring all over the state sometimes. Most of our jobs are here in Central Ohio, but everywhere.
Okay. So the reason why I asked that, y'all, is because we want to spread the word, right? So even if this is not a fit for you, doesn't mean that you don't have a family member, a friend, a peer, somebody you talk to all the time that really loves history or the outdoors or event planning, right? Like they're looking for somebody to really take over and help with a major event that may have that expertise. So really great opportunities. So with that being said, Lauren, is there anything else? Sometimes we have these shows and this is a lunch and learn. So hopefully people got their lunch and they're sitting back watching this and having a good time. But we also know people will watch this later on, this evening, this weekend, next month. So this is a great digital footprint. So remember, y'all, the first thing I need you all to do is hit the share button. Somebody needs to know about these opportunities that exist because it's perfect for them, right? So that's what I want to share. Now, is there anything, Lauren, as you were preparing for this show that we did not cover yet? Because sometimes we come on and we like, I can't believe I forgot that. I can't believe, how did I forget it? So is there anything that you wanted to make sure you shared with our audience today that we didn't touch on yet?
Yeah, I just think that, We're working at Ohio History Connection to create an amazing and inclusive environment. And so we're actually in the middle of a multi-year project to increase diversity and inclusion at our organization, not just in hiring, but also across, like, as I mentioned, our exhibits and the information that we're presenting and looking at different ways of providing education out to communities. And we do a lot of really great work in a lot of different ways. And I hope that this is an opportunity for people to find a way to engage with us, either by visiting our sites or applying for jobs. Just really great. It's a fun organization to work for, and I hope people find a way to engage with us.
That is really, really cool. Really, really cool. So I would agree, right? And you all are doing some amazing things throughout the state. And I love the history, the genealogy piece that you mentioned, not to mention the different environments, especially now, right? People are looking to get out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop a shameless plug. We need to make sure that all of this, so our sister company is Mile, which is our entertainment platform. We need to make sure all of those venues are on there as people are getting out to try to figure out what's happening. So that's really cool. But I'm excited about that because once again, people are looking for options and different things to do. And then obviously on the talent side, what a great opportunity for those that this is a match for. So we appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, thanks for allowing me to share. And I hope to see some faces soon, either visiting us or learning more about our organization or applying for jobs.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Once again, thank you for joining us on ColumbusBlack.com's Talent Tuesday Lunch and Learn with our special guest, Lauren Barber from the Ohio History Connection. Remember to apply for the job opportunities. Go check out their website, see what they have going on. And once again, if you don't see something that's a fit for you, you want to spread the word. All right. That's what we want to do. So once again, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us today. You enjoy the beautiful weather that we have right now as well. And I'm sure we'll talk to you soon. All right.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Take care.
Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Remember to check us out at ColumbusBlack.com. Go to the website, join our mailing list. That's how you stay abreast of all the great things that we have going on, from Matchmaker Mondays to Talent Tuesdays to In the Midnight Hour, which is happening tonight, all the way to Wellness Wednesdays, Throwback Thursdays, Support Black Business Series, and then Foodie-licious Fridays on Friday. You can't miss that with Adrian Sullivan. It's so delightful and tasty. I'll tell you that. So with that being said, we want to thank you all once again. Have a good one. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and even LinkedIn. We're on all of the channels, so check us out. And on that note, y'all, have a good one. We'll see you on the next Talent Tuesday Lunch and Learn.